Hello and welcome to Rolling with Reviews. I'm Will, and with me as always is the person who breaks her days into nights,
Sarah.
And today we're doing a review of Daybreak. Now if you're interested in our two-player perspective and accessibility, check out our other video, Rolling with Two, Daybreak. Sarah, tell us a bit about this game.
All right. Daybreak is a cooperative game about climate action. Each player controls a world power, deploying policies and technologies to both dismantle the engine of global heating and to rebuild resilient societies that protect people from life-threatening crises. If the global temperature gets too high, or if too many people from any world power are in crisis, everyone loses. But if you work together to draw down the global emissions to net zero, you all win. All right, Will, so why did we get this?
So we heard about this game coming out, a new co-op game from Matt Leacock, maker of Pandemic, but it was going to be different than Pandemic. So it sounded interesting, so we backed the Kickstarter.
Yep, exactly. So moving on to what do we like about it?
Well, it has a lot of mechanisms that are very good at delivering the strong narrative of what this game is trying to do.
Right.
It's trying to educate and inform while at the same time giving you a sense of the pressure involved in the consequences if nothing is done.
Yeah. Yeah, I have nothing to add there. It really makes you feel it because you can see that all these tools that are in this game exist in real life, and if they just get employed in the right way, in the right places, then change can be made. And so there's that real tension of, can we save the planet in time?
Yeah, and as complex as this game is, and as dense as the rules are, when you actually get down to playing it, it's surprisingly easy to play while still giving you plenty of choice that needs to be made.
Yeah, there are definitely some very challenging choices of almost everything you can do is a good thing, but trying to figure out what the best thing is not easy. But like Will said, it can be a bit to wrap your brain around at the beginning, but once you get to it, it goes much more smoothly.
Yes.
And I think just that, like we were saying, the impact of the narrative is just really well done. I think that covers pretty much everything.
All right, then what don't we like?
Well, this is kind of a heavy theme, so it's not one everyone's going to want to play all the time.
Yeah.
It really makes you feel, and depending on the person you are, it could be positive and, well, it's about climate action. It could prompt you to take action. On the other hand, a lot of what's done in this game can only be done by governments and people in power. And so it can also be slightly disheartening to some people who see that things aren't happening in real life. So because this is about real life, that kind of topic is going to, I wouldn't say be hit or miss, but the enjoyment level could depend on how you react to it.
Yeah, I'd say after we played it, you went on and almost trauma dumped on Facebook. It's like, whoa, okay.
It definitely made me feel, unfortunately, more negative, despair, anger that all these things are there and possible to do, and at least here in the United States, people in power are not doing these very well or enough to slow climate change.
Right.
So, yeah. So who this is for then?
Yes. So we're thinking it's more expert gamers and also those looking to teach people about climate action as to what realistically can be done and how everything kind of fits together.
Yeah.
So it becomes a very good educational game, probably more for the college level or maybe the end of high school.
Yeah, maybe your senior year type of thing, because it's not that this would be impossible to teach to teenagers. It's really going to depend on each person's level of interest. I mean, we know adults that don't want to play board games regardless of what it's about.
Yeah, or some people who do want to play board games, but they just want pure escapism.
Right.
So this has a heavy dose of reality in it.
Yes. All right, our ratings.
So for our ratings, we each give 1d6 worth of ratings. 1 is low, 6 is high. We give a number, a reason why, add them together and see what it rolled for us. Sarah, what did Daybreak roll for you?
It rolled a 5. I think this is a fantastic game. I can highly recommend it. It's very educational. I hope a lot of people play it. I have to bring it down 1 pip from being 6 in that I don't think the right people are going to play it, because the right people are those in power, and they're not making the choices right now that need to be made to make a change. And so this game really makes me frustrated, to say the least. So it's not a game I can play very often, but it is a game we are going to keep.
You're like, it's frustrating because it's preaching to the wrong
Exactly.
audience.
This game is going to be played by the people who already know that all these things need to happen. Just most of them are probably not going to be in a position to do anything about that. So maybe I have a bit of a defeatist attitude about it, but at the current climate of the United States right now, in like political, socio-economic, and just environmental, I don't see things getting better. So this game, even though we can play this game and win it, it just makes me realize we're not winning it at real life.
Okay.
So
I was almost going to give it a 5.
Okay.
I was going to mark it down because of how heavy it hit me.
Yes.
Then I realized when it comes to that type of marking down, I usually give it to a game when it's unintentional.
Ah,
this
that's true.
Was intentional.
Yeah.
This game, I give it a 6. It's
such
a really, really good tool to have out there and exist, because some people will throw up their hands like, well, what can you do? Well, let me show you.
Yeah, because here are all the things that can be done that can't, because they are being done.
Yeah.
In some places, all these things are being done.
In small ways.
In very small ways, that just not enough. So you know what? I'm going to change my rating, because you're right. It is highly intentional to make you feel. This is the kind of game that is supposed to make you feel. I just wish it made me feel more
happy,
positive,
right.
like this is change that I can make an effect on. I just hope it does someday.
Yes. So now it's a 12.
It's a 12. It really is a darn good game.
Yes. There's a reason why this is nominated for, was it the Kennerspiel?
Yes, the Kennerspiel, and we'll see if it wins. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, because it is excellent.
Excellent game. All right, that will do it for us. And Sarah,
yes,
I think there is one thing missing from this game.
Really? What?
A call to action.
Yeah, and that's probably why I got left so frustrated. It's like, as an individual, what can I do?
Right. And so the only thing missing from this game is like, okay, you've seen the problem, you've seen what can be done, now what can you do on a personal level to help move this along? And that's the only thing I feel is missing from this game.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what that would be, because the normal, well, talk to your politicians. Well, we know that's not going great right now. Mm-hmm. And big business isn't going to do it because it's not profitable. They only care about profit, and keeping care of the world is not profitable.
Yeah, but it could have pointed out certain organizations that do good job that you can donate to or volunteer at or things like that. Just give a list of ideas so that you don't feel left out as the person, because when you're working as a world power, that's one level of magnitude that's just so beyond the people at the gaming table.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Well, that's been serious. And we've been Rolling with Reviews. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with Two. That's TWO. We're on Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Discord, we have a channel on Tabletop Express. Check the show notes for the invite link.
If you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.